Hello, everyone, and welcome to Patriot Underground. Today is May 16th, 2024. Thank you so much for joining me, folks, to discover the truth beneath the surface. As always, I really do appreciate everybody out there taking the time to listen. And today, it is my great pleasure to welcome back Dave, XRP Lion, for our fourth conversation. Dave and I connected a few months ago, and we have a really great rapport. We put out three, I think, fascinating interviews. We're going to build upon that information tonight. And just like I told the audience last time, it's probably a good idea to just listen through the first time. Dave's going to present a whole bunch of information. So just relax, take it all in. And then once you've heard it the first time, go back a second time, as many people do with Dave's videos, including me, and grab yourself a notebook, take some notes, and really just let it all sink in, because this is really key information that I think folks are going to enjoy. So Dave, it's great to see you again, my friend. How have you been?
Oh, thank you so much. I've been busy. I have been really busy. We are at a precipice, and I know that's a term that you like to describe as things are coming together. Disclosure. And think of disclosure as the culmination of a time when things that were secret or unknown are now being put out there for people to see. And it comes in many different shapes and forms.
Indeed.
I was sharing with Patriot before we came on the fact that I had just got some information today that plays right into some things that I've talked about before, but was at a completely different level than even myself or Patriot had even contemplated. And this is what we can expect over the days and weeks ahead. We're going to find out things that we thought were true that aren't. And we're going to find out a lot of things that we thought were not are true.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to find out about people that are still alive. And you've heard some of the names that I've mentioned on the show here and in other shows.
Mm-hmm.
This is the largest and the greatest transfer of wealth, of prosperity, of resources, of what was taken from us in the past. And I'm talking about our lineage being brought forward, having been laid up since the beginning of time. We have been dumbed down to the point where when you actually see what you're going to see, and I'm going to talk about some new stuff today that I've never talked about before. We're going to bring in relationships that apply across the board. So you'll say, hey, I remember that about that. Oh, this is how it applies over here. And Patriot, what's the name of the game where you have to come up with who did it? The butler and the library with the
I
candles.
think it's called Clue, if I remember correctly.
Okay, Clue. Okay. Yeah. Think about it like Clue. We're sitting here gathering up the pieces, and in the end, they tell the story. But if we don't look at each one of the pieces, we'll never get the story. And I was sharing that with Patriot before we got started, and it was like, ding, the little light bulb comes on, and it went, oh, wow, I never thought about it that way. Now, I'm not here to persuade you. I'm not here to direct your thinking. I'm not here to get you to agree with me. I'm here, as I'm sure Patriot would agree for himself. We're here to disseminate information that hasn't been known. We've done our own vetting. We've had it vetted by third parties. Everything is what we believe to be accurate and true. We can't make any guarantees. It's all for educational purposes only. We're not making any investment decisions or advice for you. So, just sit back, take it in, decide what you like, what you don't like. You don't have to like everything that you hear, and that's fine. But at least at the end of the day, you can walk away and say, I was given enough information to be able to make an informed decision for myself. And that's all that matters.
I couldn't agree more. And it really is about what resonates with you. This is something that got talked about, I think, a lot more a little while ago, probably more like, in the beginning of my journey back in 2021, 2022. I think there was more of that attitude where people were just, soaking in information. And the overall idea, and you heard many hosts talking about it, is to just, like Dave said, listen and what resonates with you, and what doesn't. But you're being given all of this information. And as you pointed out, oftentimes, and this has happened to me throughout my experience in this journey, I initially hear something and I think, oh, that doesn't sound right, or oh, I don't know, that sounds kind of far-fetched, or oh, I don't know if I believe that, or oh, that's contrary to what somebody else that I follow says. That's okay. And you have to keep in mind, though, that, I mean, that's really what this process is supposed to be all about. It's supposed to be a journey, a quest to gather as much information as you can, sift through it, use your discernment. Neither Dave nor myself are here to persuade you. I think it's a really good point that you made. We're not here to try to tell you what to think. We're just simply presenting information, and folks can decide for themselves whether or not it resonates. But, you know, going back to my what I was saying there, my point is that I've had plenty of experiences where I initially thought that something was just way too out there. And then I came to realize that actually it wasn't so far out there. And I think there's going to be a lot of surprises on multiple different fronts the deeper we get into 2024. Like Dave was sort of alluding to there, it's really a process of revelation that we're going through. We're revealing the truth. And I don't mean Dave and I specifically. We don't have a monopoly on the truth, obviously. But both of us, certainly we have our hearts in the right place. So hopefully folks will remember that as they listen to this, and hopefully will enjoy this conversation. So I thought maybe we could start out with kind of building upon a subject that we had talked about last time, which was the ZIMs. And the last time I had you on, this was pretty like hot off the press. You had done a video